What's up, everybody on YouTube? How's everybody doing? I'm doing just fine, doing awesome actually. So today, welcome back to another tutorial where I'm going to be showing you guys how to build this small little Hobbit house, which I think is just so cute. And it seems to be the trend as of late, people building Hobbit houses. So I kind of want to give my little design and just see what I could come up with in terms of the Hobbit house style. But let me show it to you first. All right, so one of the main things about a Hobbit house is that it's kind of just inside of the hill. There's not a lot going on. The only thing you really have to focus on is a lot of foliage and a lot of just the main front. Like, how's the front going to look? And I've sort of gone with like a little bit of a quaint and just little cute, not trying to go real big. I mean, you can make Hobbit houses sort of like real nice and luxury looking. But I try to, stick very traditional with this Hobbit house. And even like with the entrance, trying to make it feel like you have to crouch in to get in. And it feels like you're getting into like a smaller space. And we have some few decorations out front here with some barrels, a little tiny window, which I absolutely love. I love this little post that's sort of holding up the cover for the window. And then we go on top of the hill. And you can see it's just filled with foliage, mixturing, some coarse dirt in here. I believe we have some andesite. Yeah, we have some andesite and stone and just little flower pots and lanterns hanging down. And then some trees kind of, encompassing the whole thing all together, which I think looks pretty cool. But yeah, if we go inside, that's where the Hobbit house kind of really shines. So let's crouch down, open up the door, and as you can see, it's really kind of cute in here, and I absolutely love how this turned out. So if we start from our right and go around the room, so we have a little cubby hole to put our boots in, and then we have a little ender chest right by the front door here. And then we're greeted by this nice little storage area, crafting area with a grindstone hanging down from the ceiling. And then we have some storage. Now this is supposed to look like cabinets or something, little drawers. And so you can actually access those with the barrels. And what a cool thing you guys can do is you can actually rename the barrel to say drawer or cabinet or something like that. And then we have a little crafting table. I'm doing a really cool trick with the torches. I saw this on B00's video where you put a block in an item frame and then put the torch on the actual block, and it kind of creates like a little candle design. Then we have a very natural fireplace. Now this is imagined to be that it's actually carved out of the mountain itself. So when, they were building this Hobbit house, this stone was already here. They just made a little exit out of the natural stone, and they just carved the actual stone to make a fireplace. So instead of building a fireplace, they carved the fireplace, if that makes sense, or they chiseled it out. Then we have some extra little blast furnace and smoker off to the side, and a little chanting area with a golden apple kind of just sitting there with a little candle, and then some more storage down here. Being careful, you don't actually hit the item frame. That's the only issue about that little design. We have a little armor stand there. And then over here, we have a very nice bedroom. And I love these leaves in the background. Kind of gives a natural and just naturey feel to the whole place. And then when I'm using brown text on the actual sign here to kind of create a nice little fancy sort of drawer design, which I think looks pretty cool. And then you can actually open up the window right here if you really want to look out and see what's going on. And then you have a nice little bed here. So without further ado, let me show you how to build this cool little Hobbit home. All right, so there is no layout for this build because it is, it's pretty simple in the front to actually be able to do. So we're going to go around and just kind of search this world. This is actually the old world of Blondskunk's Building World Season 1. So this is the world I'm using just to kind of, build this in. But yeah, so something like this kind of looks pretty cool. We have to shape it up a little bit. So you want to make sure you shape up, your hill a little bit, give it a little bit of character. If it is, it's a little bit too square, it might be a good idea to go ahead and actually go ahead and do that real quick. But for something like this kind of hill, we don't really have to dig down. For that one I had to dig down a little bit just to be able to create room for the doorway. But for this one, it's going to be pretty simple. So we're just going to carve a little area right here just to create the Hobbit hole area. And then we're going to do something like this shape. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and like an upside down U or like an N, right? So we'll have that right there. Then what we're going to do is carve out this back right here. So this back is going to basically just go like this. We're going to have a a nice little block right there, and then 2 spruce slabs just like so, and then we can have a spruce plank just like that. Now I'm going to bring some grass blocks across just like so. This can be dirt too, it doesn't really matter. Put a fence on top of that, and then put a little trapdoor like so. Then what we're going to do is replace this with a full block or a slab, whatever your preference is. And then I'm going to grab some spruce stairs real quick. So some spruce stairs. And then we're just going to build this around. So putting a stair in this corner, a stair in this corner, right here all the way around. And then right here in this little gap, we're going to put a trap door. Same up here, same right here. And then on the back side of that, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put a trap door on the back side of all the other trap doors. All right, so once you've gone ahead and actually done all of the trap doors on the other side of the trap doors, just like so, we're actually going to go ahead, add in a spruce trap door just like so on top and bottom of that. And that kind of gives it like a nice little rounded effect to all this. Now, before we actually go ahead and do the inside, we're going to chisel out a little bit of this stone right here. We're going to put a little bit of a spruce plank just in the floor here. Actually, you know what? Check that. We're going to put a birch plank for our floor just to kind of contrast with the actual spruce. And that's why we do a birch door, I should say, for the actual doorway itself, just to kind of distinguish it a little bit. You can go ahead and add a birch trap door in there as well. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to grab some leaves and also grab some grass blocks as well. And then we're going to dress this up just a little bit. You can also grab some stone and andesite at this stage, just to give yourself a little bit of some, texturing. We're going to do a little bit of texturing. So let's see real quick. Let's get rid of that. So then what we can do is we can actually add in a nice little, is that actually going to work? No. Okay. So we have to do something else first. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll add lanterns in. We're all going to add all that stuff in. So right here, we're going to add in some grass blocks just on top. You can get rid of some parts of the build to kind of make it work if you need to. And then right here, you kind of don't want to do that. You don't really want to add in grass blocks that are just going to be like that. So if it's going to connect, add in some leaves, and that can kind of help you there in that case. So just like that, just adding in some randomization all around our Hobbit house here. And that's really what it's all about. I mean, you're just going to be adding in leaves. You're going to be covering it with a bunch of foliage, kind of making it go around and over back on the hill. You're going to be carving out this hill. You're going to be playing with it a little bit and just making sure you got the right shape for it, okay? And that's basically all it is to a Hobbit house. It's a very easy concept. It's a very easy thing to do. And once you got the shape down, it's all really just about how you do the interior and how the interior is going to work with everything. So I think that's actually a really nice design, and I think that is actually maybe a little bit better than the other design that we've had for the example. But then we're going to go ahead and just add in a little bit of coarse dirt. And maybe you can also add in podzol as well if you really want to. So that's really going to kind of help you dress it up a little bit. All right, so once you've gone ahead and actually kind of just dressed it up a little bit, all I've gone ahead and done is actually just add in some little bit of stones kind of along the side here, just adding in more coarse dirt. We can actually go ahead, add in a trapdoor right here on the bottom part of this block, and then add in a lantern just hanging down right below that. Now, one of the things that you can go ahead and do at this current moment is actually take a shovel and just kind of dig out a little bit of some pathway blocks here, just to kind of create a little bit of a pathway going to our Hobbit house, just like so. A little bit discreet. You can also blend in a little bit of some coarse dirt in with that, and also grab yourself some andesite and do that same routine like we had over on the other side. So just like so, and then just like something like that, and just play with it a little bit. It's all about just kind of figuring out where everything goes, just have fun with it, you know what I mean? So there you go. I mean, that's pretty cool. And if you really want to get fancy with it, you can go ahead, you can grab some fences, and you can grab some barrels as well. And even, you know what? Let's just go crazy. Let's add in a little bit of a campfire over here. Just like this. Maybe it will add in a little bit of a stone base to it. Like so. A little bit of a stone base, and then we can also add in some little bits of seating. around the campfire, just like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then we can go ahead and actually add in some fences just like this. So, I mean, that's pretty nice. And then if you really want to, you can add in some barrels and also some lanterns on top of those just to give a little bit of light to this build. I think that's pretty good. Let's move on to the interior. All right, so you might be sitting here and you're like, well, I'm in a 1x1 hole right here, or 1x2 or whatever the heck. Yeah, you're just gonna dig it out. Just start digging. Go crazy. To start digging out, I'd say 3 block by 2 block space here. Dig out the roof as well. You want to leave yourself enough room when you're actually building this build. And then what we're gonna do is just go ahead 5 blocks down here with some stairs. Then go ahead and just add in some slabs in the middle. Do the same on the other side. And then right here, just for now, go ahead, add in some walls with spruce planks. Just like this, just to start off pretty simple. Go down the line just like so. And then we can add in ourselves a birch floor just to contrast. Now, what I like to do with this birch floor is actually blend in some other birch material. So just like this, adding in some like little bits of crisscross. So like, you know, how we have this like little X shape almost. Just kind of doing that everywhere. Kind of adds for a really cool and just neat effect. So we can kind of add that in there. Now you can kind of just expand from here. Like, where would you want to go with your Hobbit house? Well, let's say I want to go this way. Well, there you go. I mean, you can do that. So, but what I recommend doing is just turning these 2 stairs in, so it kind of creates like a little bit of an archway. And then where you're going to be making the break, add in some pillars just like this, and then just have some stairs that go inwards like this. And you're going to want to add some pillars like this. So in the corners, add pillars. And then for the rest, just add spruce and then continue your floor in the pattern that it's going. I think I'm going to make this into a nice cozy bedroom over here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. All right, so I've gone ahead and done a little bit of the bedroom right here, as you can see. Kind of nice. Some other things that you guys could potentially do. You know, with these sort of like Hobbit house designs, you can always go ahead and just add in some barrels into the walls here. It just creates for a lot of storage. If you wanted to go that route with it, you can also add in like little shelves like this above the bed. So like you can put, I don't know, you can put like, you know, some flower pots. You can put just little things along the side. Maybe even like a little chest of some sort. Who knows? Who knows what you can do? But you can add in a lot of different things with these little Hobbit houses. And that's what I love. I love how you're able just to focus on one thing, and that's the interior. That's like one of the main things with these little designs or whatever. Also, we have paintings as well, which are just amazing. So if you want to add in a little painting there. But yeah, I've also gone ahead and added in a little closet area. So right where the window is, I just kind of dug out and just put in 2 barrels. And this is like acting as like a little closet with a window. And then we have a little barrel here right out front. Typically, I don't like putting in doors in these. I don't know why. I just feel like it kind of makes it feel a little bit claustrophobic. So when everything's open, I mean, that's totally up to you guys and what you want to do. But now I'm feeling like we can dig out and maybe make a little crafting station right here. All right, and there we go. There is the crafting station. So very simple thing to do. So again, we're just using the barrels on the floor, some item frames with signs, with some signs and all that good stuff. So in the grindstone, some tools hanging on the wall. Very easy stuff to do here. Nothing too bad. But I think the last thing that we're going to be doing is actually creating like a living room area. So I'm going to start by digging out this area and just creating a nice big room for, just maybe for some living, maybe for some enchanting area space, and just go along with the flow here. All right, and there we go. There is a little living room design. So I'm just going to show you what I did. I'm not going to give, the reason why I'm not giving a like block by block tutorial of this is because I think it's fairly simple to understand the concept behind this, and I can just show you guys ideas instead of actually showing you block for what you guys can do, because it's really fun just when you build a hobbit hole just to kind of make it your own, right? And experiment with the things I'm going to show you now. So right over here, starting from the right and going to our left, we have a little indent in the wall that I kind of created to kind of blend with the fireplace here. to, just add some barrels, just kind of tucked in the wall here for extra storage. Little painting here. We have a nice little chair just kind of sitting by the fireplace here. And this fireplace, just again, I just carved a little indent out of the mountainside here and just made that into the fireplace. It's a very natural looking fireplace, but I think it fits the build quite well. And over on this side, we just have a nice little enchanting setup right here. So it's just it's just a level 1 area. I don't think it actually, these bookshelves are affecting this enchantment table. It's just a level 1 enchantment setup. And we have a little storage area down here. But yeah, just play around with this idea, play around with this design. If you want to show me, you can always send me pictures on Twitter or on my Discord, the Afterlife Discord, I should say. We have a Minecraft screenshots channel. I'd be very interested to see what you guys could come up with. If you guys come up with like Hobbit hole designs for yourself, if you use this design, or if you come up with your own design, I'd love to see it. So, please do send me some screenshots over on our Discord. So yeah, that's going to do it. As always, guys, don't forget to be awesome, and I'll see you guys next time.